Hello, once again myself Ashish Jain in Social Science Geography Chapter 4 Agriculture. One of the most important chapter on which the Indian economy depends. The science and art of cultivating plants and livestock is commonly known as agriculture. Agriculture is also a primary activity which produces most of the food that we consume. Beside the food grains, it also produces raw material to various industries also. Agriculture, it is done in the way of farming. This full chapter is mentioned in your NCERT book on page number 34 also. Okay, but now we will study the small short notes which are very common and important for learning. So agriculture with its farm types of farming we will study. The farming are of three main types: primitive substantive farming and commercial farming. So first, primitive substantive farming. This type of farming is still practiced in few pockets of India. Primitive substantive farming is agriculture which is practiced on small patches of land with the help of primitive tools like hoe, hoe, digging sticks, and it is done with family and community labor. It's done very less in India. It is a slash and burn agriculture. Farmers clear a patch of land and produce other food crops to sustain their family needs. Jhum farming is one of the big example of primitive substantive farming. Second comes intensive substantive farming. This type of farming is practiced in the area with high population pressure of land. It is labor intensive farming where high dose of biochemical inputs and irrigation are used to obtain the higher production. Though the right lead to the division of land among substantive generation has rendered landholding size uneconomically, the farmers continue to take maximum output from the limited land. It's mostly practiced in India. Third type of farming comes commercial farming. The main feature of this type of farming is the use of higher dose of modern inputs. HYV seeds are being used in this. The chemical fertilizers, parasites in order to obtain higher productivity. The degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from region to region. For example, rice is a commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, but in Odisha it is a substantive crops. Plantation is also a type of commercial farming. It's mostly practiced in Assam, Bengal and other regions. Kerala. In India, tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana are the important plantation crops for this. Then after we will study what are the main cropping pattern in India. The main cropping pattern, hope so you all may be knowing, there are three main cropping pattern: Rabi crop, Kharif crop and Shahid crop. The Kharif crop, first of all, we will study. It is sown in the month of June, July, and harvested in the month of September or October. These crops are grown with the onset of monsoon in different parts of the country, and these are harvested in September and October. The important crops of Kharif, we can say paddy, jowar, bajra, moong, cotton, jute, soybean, etc. It's mostly done in Kerala, Assam, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, particularly in Konkan with UP and Bihar recently. Paddy has become an important crop of Punjab and Haryana also. Then after comes the Rabi crops. Rabi crops are sown in the winter from October to December and harvested in the month of summer from April to June. It's mostly done in Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, JK, Uttarakhand, UP. Availability of precipitation during winter month due to the western temperature cyclone help the success of these crops. Rajasthan has also been an important factor in the growth of above mentioned Rabi crops. Then after in the last comes Zahid crops. Zahid crops is a crop which comes in between Rabi and Kharif crops. There is a short season during summer months which is known as the Zahid season. Some crops are produced during this like watermelon, clumber, vegetables, folder crops. Sugarcane takes almost a year to grow. So these are the main types of farming which we have studied today and the cropping pattern. Hope so you all enjoyed it. Like it, please like and subscribe it. Thank you everyone.